안녕하세요 여러분. Welcome back.
브라이언, 오늘 뭐 만들 거예요?
오늘 김치전 만들 거예요.
Woo! What's the ingredient?
Alright, so let's start with our main ingredient. Kimchi. We have our whole kimchi that we got at our local Korean grocery store. We have our flour, our milgaru. We have our oil, which we'll use to fry our kimchi전, sugar, we have green onions, and we have our regular onion, or 양파. So this is pretty easy to make, not as difficult as a japchae. So that was long.
Is it ready?
Perfect. Yep. So
How does it taste?
so it's really sour.
Sour.
Usually, sometimes you can see here some of the bubbles in the jar. So if you tap it, sometimes you can see the bubbles.
Yeah, I see bubble this side.
So that means that it's fermented really well.
How did you learn that, 까놨어? 어떻게 배웠어? 나 몰랐는데.
그냥 내가 독특한 사람이니까. If you want to make, one pretty good size kimchi전, you can use about a pound of kimchi. I like to have a little bit left over because I'm gonna make more than one. So it's really just your preference. I don't know. I'll just put them on a little bit. And then we'll see. That probably seems good maybe for...
So what is the 오래된 kimchi in English?
In English, we use the
Like-
word...
Can you say old kimchi or?
Well, if you said old kimchi and people didn't understand what that means, they might think that it went bad.
Okay.
But if you use the word fermented, fermented is a process of preparation for the food.
Okay.
Gives it flavor. So now, we've got our kimchi, looks good, smells good, but I want to cut this up. I don't want the really big pieces when I make it. I like to have it small. So I have a pair of scissors. I like to use this, but if you have just a regular knife, you can chop it up if you want. But I think this makes it less messy because if I do it on the cutting board, then it gets everywhere. So I'm just gonna take my scissors here and we're gonna chop this up nice and good.
캘리포니아에는 비가 거의 1년에 한 번 오나?
아마 10월부터 3월, 4월까지 비 올 거예요.
비 올 거야? But just once a month, right?
A couple times a month. We have like our rainy season in California, so during the summertime, usually May until September, it doesn't rain. And that's unfortunately when we have a fire season. And so this year the fire season has been a lot worse than in past years. So
미국 지금 캘리포니아에 산불이 너무 심해갖고 이럴 때 딱 비가 와주면 정말 좋을 텐데. 김치전 만드니까 비 오는 날이 생각이 나네요. 캘리포니아는 비가 자주 안 와서.
I think we couldn't wait until it rains because I didn't want to wait that long to eat.
Yeah, I know, right?
So,
We need to wait like almost like a couple months.
so this looks good, chopped up nice and small. Okay, now that our kimchi is all chopped up, I like to add a little bit of the water. I don't know if you can call it kimchi juice or some people call it the brine, B-R-I-N-E.
Brine.
But this helps to give it a little bit more flavor and it also gives it nice color. I like when the kimchi전 is nice and red. I'm gonna add about that much, so I don't need to use all of it. I'm just gonna chop that up nice and small.
There's a quarter of onion.
Yeah, I think that quarter of an onion will be good.
4분의 1 정도. 여기 미국에는 양파가 엄청 커요. 제 손만한 크기라서.
Then we're gonna do half a cup of flour. We'll put that in there. Okay, and then here's half a cup of water. We'll dump that on there. And then the last part is a half teaspoon of sugar. Okay, and then we're gonna mix this up nice and good.
Oh, look at the color.
So you can see it's nice and red.
김치 국물을 넣어서 그런지 색깔이 참 예쁘네요.
Okay, so it's time to cook our kimchi전.
Already?
I like to use a non-stick pan. So find something that is nice and smooth, and we don't want the kimchi전 to stick, because if it sticks, then you're gonna have a really difficult time. So we'll turn on the gas
Difficult time for what?
to flip it.
Oh, okay.
So you won't be able to flip it over if it's stuck, and then it will get stuck and burn in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
So we turn the gas on, and then while the pan is heating up, you can put a little bit of oil in there. I like to go maybe a little bit more oil than most, because I like my kimchi전 to be nice and crispy.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll mix this around.
우리 준비하는데 재료 이렇게 준비하는데 얼마나 걸렸지?
5분?
5분? Yeah.
5분, 10분?
5분, 10분.
We'll let the oil heat up nice, and then once the oil gets hot, then we can put in and start getting ready to let it cook. Our kimchi John into the frying pan. You can hear that.
Oh.
So we'll start with that, and then the important part is that we want to spread this out in the pan and make it flat, just like a pancake.
김치전 몇 번 만들어 봤어?
This is the first time. 첫 번째요.
첫 번째요.
Yeah.
Natural. So natural.
But I've made pancakes a lot.
Uh-huh.
Americans, as you know, we like to eat pancakes, so. And you can see I have a lot of oil on the side, but that's my choice, because I want it to be crispy.
Oh, yeah.
So once that's nice and flat and spread it to the edge, then we're gonna let it cook.
처음 만들어 본 거 맞아? 너무 자연스러운데?
Pretty good. This might be the most delicious kimchi전 you've ever had.
Yeah.
세계에서 제일 맛있는 김치전인 것 같은데?
Yeah. It will be. So how long are we supposed to cook?
I think you want to look for a couple minutes so that the bottom cooks, and then it will be easy to flip it over. If you try to flip it too fast and it hasn't cooked really well, I think that when you flip it, it's going to fall apart. I don't want that.
저도 김치전은 그래도 요리하는 걸 별로 좋아하진 않지만 저는 한 3-4번은 만들어 봤어요. 너무 먹고 싶어갖고. 근데 항상 이렇게 뒤집을 때마다 다 망가지더라고. 예쁘게 안 되고. 그래서 김치전을 처음 만들어 보는 미국 남편이 만드는 미국 남편이 만드는
Yep, so let's test with the spatula, but see this kind of loose there. But I think it's getting close.
Maybe it wasn't too much oil.
Yeah, it's separating. This can be a challenge. Alright, well, let's wait.
Do you think that we're supposed to spray first at the bottom? A non-stick spray?
No. but now it's moving on the bottom a little bit, so I know it's not stuck to the bottom, which is good. And then we'll let it cook a little bit more. You can see that some of the pieces are starting to cook. And it's all falling apart. Alright, so let's put our 김치전 in the pan. Should be good.
과연 잘 뒤집을 수 있을까요?
See if we can flip it.
Not bad. A little bit.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Most important.
It's not around here, but it's
First
okay.
time?
Yeah,
We'll
first
take
time.
it.
Not
So I'm
bad.
going to put a little more oil to help the bottom get nice and crispy too. So we'll put a little oil on the side and then let that cook underneath. Yeah. So, not perfect, but I don't want my food to be perfect. I want it to taste perfect.
Yeah, I know.
So that's most important. Alright, so let's slide it
First kimchi pancake.
onto the plate.
Looks good. Not bad.
Not bad for a first time.
Yeah, not
Maybe
at
it
all.
looks okay.
Yeah, looks good.
I'm excited to eat it.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a taste. The most important part.
Yay!
Got a little kanjang.
First pancake, kimchi pancake you made.
Yeah, I like it. That came out really good.
Oh wow. Can I have a bite? Please.
We'll do the Korean way.
Oh yeah.
And we can fold it a little bit.
I want 술. What kind of 술 is the best with the pajeon?
Makgeolli.
Makgeolli.
Yeah.
Can you describe to someone who doesn't know
Yeah, makgeolli is
about makgeolli?
like a rice. I think they call it a rice wine. I don't know how they make it, but I do know that if you drink makgeolli the next day is usually the worst day. You will
Why?
get a really bad hangover. And I had a lot of really bad days in Korea.
But tastes
After
really
drinking.
good, right? Tastes really good.
Yeah, fantastic. It goes perfect with 김치전.
Ah.
맛있지?
Actually really good. 진짜 맛있어요. Nice like crunch and
Yeah, a little crunch and
crispy.
good
Like
kimchi
sour.
flavor.
Yeah. 감사합니다. 잘 먹겠습니다.